Good morning, it's Jeff with RV Camping and Coffee here this morning along with my two sidekicks, Mr. Jack, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Buddy down there, riding along, co-piloting here around the campground for me. We're gonna give you a little tour of the campground today. Everything's emptied out a lot through the week right now, so it's a good time where we're not going to have too much traffic or disturb anybody. And it's right about after quiet time ends, early in the morning. People are just kind of getting up, it looks like. Just a few that are left here. So we're going to give you a tour of the campground, some of the spots and things where we're at. It's called Forrest W Woods Campground. It's up by Sullivan, Illinois. Okay, we'll make sure we get this set up correctly here. There we go. Hopefully it'll work out okay. Here we are. We're starting out here right around the corner from where me and the pupper dogs are camping out at. And we're right in front of that bathhouse right where we go in where we're camping. And we're facing a little outdoor amphitheater they have located here at Boat Woods. They haven't had any events there while we've been here, but apparently they do occasionally have some. And when we get a little closer, you can see it. And it's got quite a bit of seating there. A little amphitheater and building. Okay, turn out of here. And we're going to kind of backtrack a little bit here. This is where you come in originally to the campground where the main gatehouse is. Over there you can see the main gatehouse now. Back side of it. Just the camera down just a tad there. There we go. And see, there's straight ahead of us campsites 1 through 10. We're in the 11 through 38 that you see there at the bottom of that little sign. We're going to go ahead and start with 1 through 38. This is a pretty good sized campground. It's got little camp areas scattered out. So it's almost like separate little campgrounds all here in one location. And here's 1 through 11. But about 3 or 4 campers back here. There's a little bath or shower house, restroom house. I think that's just a restroom house, I believe. It's just a little camp area back here. 1 through 11, holds 11 spots. You can see, but the majority is empty. A lot is emptied out since the weekend. Cherokee gray wheel, kind of similar to what we have, except that one has a slide out. This is 1 through 11. Just kind of gives you kind of a look around to it there. Can't go real fast, so it's going to be kind of a long video because you can only go 15 mile an hour around through here everywhere. So, and like I said, it's kind of spread out. They only have 2 handicap spaces available in this whole huge campground thing. So, just kind of keep that in mind in case you would need a handicap space. It's definitely paved and level and so forth, and close to the bath and shower houses. They're over there by where we're camping, are pretty close. Right there behind that bathhouse where we just started out at. Then here's where we're camping. There's again, that's the little amphitheater over there. Then here's the big bathhouse. We also, there we go. This is like 12 through 38, something like that. Over to the right behind the bathhouse is the only 2 disability spots they've got. I'll show you them here first. Both of those are full right now. There's spots 12 and 13. 12 and 13 right there. The two paved spots for disabled. It's right behind the bath shower house. It is a shower house there. I know, because I've used it. And there's a few spots right around the corner from, there's the amphitheater, and there's a few little spots for back here. Some spots have some good lake views. Actually, it would have been a lot better if the water wasn't so low. It's been so dry, the water's so low, it's kind of hard to see the lake from up here unless you're clear back behind the end of your camp spot. Then you can see the lake. You might see the little lake in the right-hand corner of that picture, a little bit of the lake there. This looks like this is spots 12 through 18 back in here behind the bathhouse. There's a buddy campsite right there where two buddies, campers, can face each other and camp out together. There's that bathhouse again where we're behind it now. The two disability spots are right here to our right. These little camping loops are one ways. You gotta watch where you're going there. There's our camper right there in front of us. We got spot 23 back here. And this fella here in this little motorhome, he's been in and out of here every day for 3 days, out during the day and in at night. And he's a preacher gentleman. Talked to him a little bit. He and his wife, I think they're here for his mother's funeral or something down this way. This is all the area we're in. Might get a little bit of a lake view with some of this, maybe. So you got to about be at the very back end of that camp spot to see the lake down there. The water is so low, we're being so dry. There's spot 25. It's got a nice lake view of the lake behind it. You probably didn't see it too well. 25 does. We got a couple other people finally back here with us. It was empty the first night after everybody left. We were the only ones back here. Got a motorhome, another motorhome, and a fifth wheel here. And there's a good spot right across from us, right there. And spot 30, it's got a real good lake view from the backside. You can't see it from the camera now. A little extra parking for guests there. Guests can stay during the day and don't need a pass or anything as long as they're not staying overnight and they come visit. They need a car pass if they're spending the night with you. If there's any other vehicles with you, it has to have a car pass. Plus your vehicle has to have a car pass. It's almost like a gated community. Here we are getting ready to go out of our camp area here. Spot 35, our left, little volleyball outfit there with no net on it. Spot 37, 38 right there. I think that's the last spot, 38. There's the children's camp or playground here. Nice, well-kept playground for the kids. No dogs are allowed on the children around the children's playground. But other than that, pets are allowed and welcome here. They're just not allowed in certain areas like the kids' playgrounds. Okay, those are the first two camp areas. We're in the second one. And right behind the entrance gate there's kind of where we're at. Now we'll go on down here. We got quite a ways to go here, so bear with us. You'll get to learn where all the spots are and where some with lake views a little better, kind of the better ones. This is going through 113 back here. I think 39 through 113 goes way back here. This is To our left is camps 39 through 49. Campsites 39 through 49, and then 50 through 113, I believe. So here's the through 49 here. There's a little bathhouse to our left as we pull in here. You'll see it as we come out of the loop there. There's camp, 39 site, 39 that you come in. These are some pull-through spots, a few of them are here. Some have water, some have just electric hookup, some have water and electric. That's one here to my left, that's water and electric, spot 41. And some have full hookups. Full hookups cost a few dollars more. There's spot 42. There's a few campers back here in this little area. There's more back here in this little area than there is in some of the other areas. Let's see. Yeah, there's quite a few back in here yet. 44 has a little lake view there. 45. Somebody got a neat little scooter there with them. There at the bathhouse, we're coming looping back out of the little loop here. I should say restroom. There's no showers, and these smaller ones are just restrooms, but they are handicapped accessible. That was kind of a quick one. Yeah, we'll turn left out of here, or east, basically. And there's the campground's workers' quarters, gatekeepers' quarters. Let's see if I can move the camera a little bit to show you. They got their own little camp area. Those are the gate workers and the campground mower, people that mow and maintain around here. They haven't had much mowing to do. They get to stay here in their campers through the season while they're doing their work. Gated tenants' quarters is what the sign says. Speed limit sign says, one of them says 15 mile an hour right there. Okay. You hear a little, if you happen to hear kind of a little bit of whining sound, that's my truck. It's electric. It's an electric hybrid pickup. It's a Ford F-150 power boost, gas and electric. Most of this little turbo will be running electric through the majority of it. Now the motor's kicked in. Well, now we went back to electric. I don't know if you can't tell it probably. Okay, coming up to a dead end turnaround here. On the other end of this road is campsites 50 through 113. 50 through 113. Turn left into the gate. There's several back here yet. A lot of it is empty though, I guarantee you that. Then we'll go left first, 50 through 103, then we'll come back through 104 through 113. There's quite a few pull-throughs right here in the middle of this as you come in. You can't see them at the moment, you'll see them on the way out. Quite a few nice lengthy pull-through spots. We're left here. You see some campers as we go through. There's some back here, but it's pretty for the most part empty because there's a lot of sites back in this area. There's 50 through 77 ahead of us, 78 through 94 to the right of us. There's another buddy campsite to our left. That was site 95, that buddy campsite. Little restroom. That is a shower house back here. Shower and restroom. A larger building. Right there to the right. There's a first little area here. over to the passenger side of the truck, looking, watching out the window as we're going around there, getting them some fresh morning air. Puppy dog over there. Puppy dog over there. There's a few lake view spots back here at the end of, like I say, we're clear back at the back end of the site. There's you back in, you can see the lake behind your camper. We'll show you some after a while that's not so much of a hill from the lake up to where you're camping at, where you can really see the lake. So you got some really nice views in another area. We'll get to that after we get through these back here anyway. Now, there's several campers still back here, but there's a lot of them empty too. Well, that was site 77 or 8, I think, back in there. There's the shower house, bathhouse. And they're pretty decent shower house, bathhouses. We'd use one of them while we're here showering. And it was decent. You can tell it's been here a long time. But, you know, it's kind of worn a little bit. But they're decent, they're clean. And we go to the left, it's the other area here that was adjacent to the one we just went through. This is site 78, starts out there on the right. There's quite a few full hookups over on this side of the campground. I think the full hookup spots are like, I don't know, not a whole lot more than just electric, really. I mean, it's really reasonable. With our America the Beautiful Camping Pass, we get the half-price camping fees. So, I mean, you can't get camping any cheaper anywhere if you have any type of a disability where you can qualify for that card. I think it costs us like $9 a night for electric hookup site. $9 a night. It would have been $12 for a full hookup. $12 a night for a full hookup. That's with the pass card though. Gentleman outside cooking his breakfast outside. We started this just after 8 o'clock this morning, people. That's when quiet time was over with at 8 o'clock, where you can make all the noise you want to. But everything's still pretty quiet and peaceful around here. We've noticed that it's a really nice, quiet, peaceful campground. Good place to camp. We've had a burn ban since we've been here. No campfire allowed, but you can use a portable propane gas, little portable fire pit. You can use that. And we have one of those. We might show you it later. There's another area here. There's a lot of these in here have full hookups, I think, in this spot back here. Some areas are quite woodsy, where you're in quite a bit of trees, and some of it, a little bit of areas is out in the open, where you'd be in the sun, just whatever you prefer, I guess. There's a guy out. They look like they might be starting to pack up to leave, maybe. Figure that or just getting in. Messing with his water. just getting here setting up. They're putting up a pet fence just like these boys have. They're putting up a pet fence back here like we got. So I think they just got here this morning. You can get here a little early like this if there's nobody in the site you've rented. You can go ahead and pull into it. If there's nobody left in it that already had it reserved before you, you can go ahead and get here a little early like that. We were told that. But there's no walk-in sites available here though. No walk-ins allowed. You have to have everything reserved ahead of time. And you can do that online through recreation.gov. Recreation.gov lists all the federal campsites and campgrounds. Yeah, we're going to come out of that area. Well, I told you this is big back in here. There's lots of campground spaces back in here. Right, and we're heading kind of back towards the main gate where we came into this area, the main gate to this area anyway. For site 100 to our left. Nuxalls were here a few days ago. They were here over the weekend. They're from our hometown. They have good meat. They have a nice meat store there in our town, Effingham, Illinois. They have a nice little supermarket and mainly a meat store. Really good meat down on South Banker in Effingham, Illinois. Full hookups back along in here. That was site 112, 113 to our right. And the back corner here is the site with the full hookups. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which way to go here. There's so many loops back in here, you gotta get lost. You get turned around. There's several sites. There's looks like 90, that'd be 9800 was to our left, so 98, 97, 96, I think is probably those 3 or 4 spots. 95 on the very end down there. Did I turn the wrong way? Nope, there's the main gate in there. At least we've got a nice big turnaround at the end of each of this road, so in case the gate or the campground section has to be closed or shut, you got a nice turnaround to get turned around and a nice big turnaround if you're pulling a camper. Now we're backtracking back to the actual main gate to the whole campground. Except that there's a section of this campground that is right across the road from the main gate where you turn in to get back into these areas back here. It's kind of strange. It's like across the other side of the main road. You'll see here in a minute. There's somebody walking. A nice little wave. Okay. rights back in there is where we were camping. We're going to take a left here, go out from behind the big main gatehouse and shoot straight across the main road that comes off of Route 32 back here. That's kind of weird. The main gatehouse is the majority of the campground. There's a dump station. Those are the two dumping lanes. If you don't have a full hookup site, they still have a dump station. Lots of dumpsters there, as you can see, to throw your trash away. We're going to the right of the main gatehouse right now. And going out of the main section that has the majority of the campground contained in it to go straight across the road from where you turn into the main entrance is another big section of campground. Okay, there we go. And it is, okay, that sign says down there, all pets must be on a leash at all times. It says on that sign there too, attention campers, this campsite is a reservation only. There's a few sites to our right there as we came in, like 3 different sites. As you pull into this section. It's like, what, site 113 maybe, or 15 it starts out at, something like that. There's 117 to our right. 118. These people are really into the Halloween. I got a few pictures of that, which you may see me post. Got a lot of Halloween decorations. You'll see probably more of that as we come out. Now there you can see the lake right there in front of us. Really see the lake, beautiful view. To our left is tent sites only. That's 138 through, I think, 140, 41. This is all tent sites only. They've turned in a tent site only section. Only tents, campers allowed back here. Yeah, it goes to site 141. Is the last tent site back here. There's one tent camper back here. There's a little bit of Halloween decoration right there in front of me. The real good one is right to the left behind this overgrowth. You can't see it. Nice guest parking over here across from the, that's where I'm turning around, across from the tent camping site. One tent camper's a tent camper right there. Right now, it was totally empty yesterday. We see the lake or not. I hope you notice the lake as we turn down. There's a beautiful view along here. These tent sites have an absolutely beautiful lake view out of their sites. I mean, the lake is just almost right up to them. And go on further back here, as you can see. Let's see if I can turn this camera a little bit. There's a sitting bench. There you see the lake out there. Trying to keep the camera as steady as possible. There's the bath shower house for back in here. There's somebody with a doggy pen right there. A bunch of doggies around. Look at the doggies. You see the doggies? See them doggies? Huh? See them doggies? Yeah, look at your doggies. The puppy dogs. Yeah, puppy doggies over there. Yeah, puppy dogs over there. They're getting excited seeing some more pupper dogs, huh? Lots of lake view back in here. I'll give you some more of it back in here and then as we pull out. There's a big pull-through spot, kind of a pull-through circle, half-circle deal there. There's a few campers back in here. Pull this in so we can see some lake view here. There's lake view to my left. if you see it or not, but that is lake back in there. There's the lake view. Look at that. Beautiful. See the lake back there is beautiful. There we go. Somebody just hooking up or just getting there. There's a cove back down there down the hill from that campsite. These two campsites to me are absolutely awesome with lake view. Look at there. Look at that. Right here, these two sites are right here. I mean, right on. See the lake down between there. See they're behind him, to the side of him, to the side of him. Or sites 132, 133. I think absolutely the best here. Look at that lake right on the lake too. Beautiful. Right on the lake. Here we got another little sitting bench right here. You can sit and view the lake right there, right out in front of you. There's the lake this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. There's your bench right there. Sit there and look at the lake. Absolutely gorgeous. Lots of lake view back in here. All the way along here, some good lake view spots. He's looking out the window. How Jackson's checking it out. Look at that lake out there. See the lake through the woods, Jack. Yeah. Nice lake views back in here on these sites. And where you don't have water hookup at your site, there's generally a water spigot, community water spigot for fresh water fairly close by. And that's what we did. We carried some freshwater containers with us. We just went and filled them a couple of them at a time and hoofed it across the street to the hydrant and then back to the camper and poured it in the fresh water tank. Or you can just pull up beside one as you're coming in somewhere and use your hose and fill it up. But I guess I chose the hard way this time. You can see the lake back in there. Through all this side, all these campsites have a nice lake view actually. Pretty much about right on it. Here comes the pepper dogs we saw coming in. Here's the puppy dogs. These are pepper dogs. Here's the pepper dogs, yeah. Morning. Walk by us and say good morning. Okay, got that. Put this back up. And we're kind of heading back out of that area. Here's the, oh yeah, I'm going to show you the one that did all the Halloween get up here. There's the first little one, got a little bit of the Halloween there. There's a little pumpkin out front. And here's the one that's got quite a bit. As you can see here. That's site 119. That is all the Halloween decorations right now. Beautiful fifth wheel camper, avalanche. The witch hit the tree, crashed into the tree. Here's a nice little secluded corner, 117, spot 117. Well, this fellow must be a United States Marine camping in here in this Salem camper. Looks like he's not here this morning. He's out running around somewhere. He's got it till the 23rd, it looks like. So he's probably out doing other stuff and be back. So anyway, that kind of concludes, getting close to the conclusion of our tour of the house full of hookups. We're getting ready to exit this straight across the street, as you can see from the main gatehouse right there in front of us, going to the majority of the main part of all the camp areas that we went through to start with. As you can see, we're right straight across the street from it. And now that's where we're camping at, back in here. You pull in here to the main gate. You have to keep to your right. They have like 7 RV lanes painted in the lot there where you stop in a lane to check in at the gate. Side where you do your checking in with them. Then you pull out of these RV lanes, go back into the camp areas. It's Forrest W Woods Campground Sullivan, Illinois, off of Route 32, Lake Shelbyville. There's an amphitheater again, straight across from us, right there. There's the backside again of the gatehouse. Again, the dump stations. Every time I have a full hookup site, you can dump if you're leaving. Dumpsters, plenty of dumpsters to deposit your trash. Children's playground right here where you go back into our camp area. Well, they have a dog park too in another section of this place. I mean, I didn't get that. This video is getting really long, but they do have a dog park available here if anybody's interested. And there's our camper way back here. Starting to see some colors in the trees. There we are. Oh, the preacher man left already again today. He's gone. The one you saw earlier, he's already gone. He's already gone while we were making the rest of this video. He's gone again. I wonder if he'll be back again tonight. I was going to try to talk to him, but he's already gone. There's our camper, the back side of it. We were on a pull-through site number 23. We can park it behind our camper. We can do whatever. Let's see. There's the lake view out there at the end of our circle. I don't know if you can see it from camera view or not, but I can, sitting here in my truck. Okay, we hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so you always know when we got a new video coming up. Thanks for watching.